If you Google EFT, you're gonna find a lot of information as to what it is, why it works, and how it works. But most of them kind of talk about it from an emotional well-being or even scientific reason. But today I want to talk about it from a spiritual point of view and hence my personal take on this. Hi, I'm Alice Hadi, your Starseed guide and healer. Now, EFT is one of my favorite tools that I still use up till today. It's easy, it is fast, I feel the shift immediately, and the results is really long lasting and it goes deep into the system. I want to start with debunking like the number one myth of EFT tapping. I understand a lot of people have this misunderstanding about EFT, including me in the past, especially if you come from a background of understanding about positive affirmation. So you're someone who is, into positive affirmation. You'll be wondering, why are we tapping all this negative information? Why are we reciting all the fear and the doubts and the worry? Why are we affirming that into the system with EFT? So people think it doesn't make sense and they actually become resistant towards the practice because they don't understand how it actually works. And that was me as well until I realized that is not what it is about. It is like comparing apple and orange is two different things. How it works for apple doesn't work for orange, right? So it's kind of something like that. So it is not about affirming positive thing into the system. It's quite the opposite. It's helping you to release it off the system. So usually in EFT tapping, we start with the intention. Again, remember, intention is what truly counts. We start with intention of releasing the limiting belief, and then we release it out of our system through tapping, right? Tapping is just like a mechanism to do it. And then we affirm the new belief system we want through tapping. Again, tapping is just a mechanism. So don't get hung up on the mechanism. Understand the why and the intention and the energy behind it, because that is what truly makes things work. If you believe it works, and vice versa. And it's your intention that counts. So that is essentially what we are doing. So when we are like tapping like the negative belief and feeling, so to speak, what we are doing is we are not spiritual bypassing. So this is kind of opposite of spiritual bypassing, where we don't want to look at it. We're just going to feel happy and high all the time, but we're just going to chuck it under the carpet. No, 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 no. If you want real deep healing to happen, you got to take it out of carpet. You got to dig it and look at it. Why? Because when you actually have the courage to face your shadow, to face your fear, and to like really look at it, it loses power over you. That is the power of EFT tapping. When you are actually coming into a tapping session and you're tapping away all the negative feelings, you're allowing yourself to first face what you need to face, and hence take your power back from your fear so that the fear loses grip over you. Second, you allow yourself to feel it so you can heal it. There's no bypassing. The way to heal it is to feel it. Third, you're releasing it out of the system, because a lot of these things are trapped in the system, and hence the meridian points that we are tapping. When we are tapping into this very system, we are releasing it out of the system. And then after that, we put it back into our system with a new belief system. It's kind of how if you actually ever do a physical cleanse, you start with a physical detox first, and then you put in the nutrients after that. So this is kind of how tapping is. So that clears up like the myth or the misunderstanding about tapping into our system, the negative thing. That's not what it is. It's releasing. So that is kind of what it is about, and like how it works and why it really works. The real power is, as I said, You feel it to heal it, and there is a huge power in that. And oftentimes, when you actually do the tapping session at the beginning, you might feel a lot of emotions, especially if it's something that you have a lot of charge on. But as you tap on it, you will start to realize that actually you're starting to feel less and less charged about this thing. And over time, if you tap regularly, you will start to realize, oh, this is nothing. It no longer bothers me. What used to trigger me no longer trigger me. And this is why EFT is amazing. Like, I've been tapping on the same issue for 30 days, for example, whatever issue I choose on. And the next thing I know, it feels almost like overnight, although it's not overnight technically, but it feels like, oh, suddenly this thing no longer bother me. And then it's gone just like that. It's so effortless, it's so gentle on the system, and it is so magical, really. So that is kind of like my spiritual take on EFT, where, it is about really facing the shadow and feeling it to heal it, and really just focus on the intention, because that is what truly brings all the pieces together and bring you the energy of healing that you truly desire and need. So that's kind of what it is. And then if you want, you can check out some of my EFT tapping videos. That way you can experience it for yourself on how that feels for you. Most people will feel a shift. Whether it is slight or major shift, they are going to feel a shift. And I will also highly recommend for you to do the tapping for 30 days or more, especially if it is an issue that you feel so close at your heart, because it really helps you to also rewire your brain and rebalance your nervous system. What EFT does is actually it really helps to calm down your nervous system, and it is a very powerful healing tool that is one of those that is very grounded. So it's very suitable for those of you who needs more grounding as well, because it helps you to bring you into the body, because you're tapping on the meridian points, you're feeling it, you are present, you are with it. So that sums up what I want to share for today. If you have any questions about EFT, you can always drop that in the comment. Or, if you want to share your experience as well, you can also always drop it in the comment or write to me. Either way is fine. You can also find more of my EFT tapping video here and more ways to work with me in the description below. And I will see you again